Hello, my name is Landon Krigler. I'm with Free US FSBO, and I have video here with two questions for you for sale by owners, you that are selling your home by owner, that you can ask a prospect when they call you or contact you. Here they are. Number one, have you been pre-approved for a mortgage? Now, before you ask that question, it's best to build a little rapport. Remember, this person may be giving you hundreds of thousands of dollars. They are important. But at the same time, you don't want to tie yourself up with someone that will prevent you from getting those hundreds of thousands of dollars from the sale of your home. So that question is important, but you want to do it delicately, do it nicely, keep that friendship going there that you had established in just a few seconds. There, answer that phone. Hello. Very nice. Very nice. Get it going. Small talk. You coming in from out of town? Oh, yeah, that's nice. Yeah, we welcome you here. You know how to do it, but just be friendly to them because you don't want to be an adversary. It may cost you. If everything else is equal, well, I like that other person better. Let's buy that house. No, you don't want that to be. You want everything going in your favor. So number one, have you been pre-approved for a mortgage? And then we'll add to that a little bit later. But we want to go ahead and give you the two questions. So the next question is, have you signed an agency agreement with a real estate broker? Why would you want to know that? Well, it may save you some time. If they've signed an agency agreement, then they've agreed to pay the real estate agent. And we'll talk about that more later. So those are the two questions. Have you been pre-approved? Now, if you want the details, how to go further and really save some time, here they are. So they ran your credit. When you were pre-approved, see, that's what most people don't understand. A lot of times mortgage companies will pre-qualify a person. That is different from being pre-approved. And you're truly not approved until the appraisal comes back and all the documents and so forth. But we just call it that. It's better than a pre-qualification. They don't even run the credit. Well, what's your credit? It's 590. Well, the mortgage person will probably say, well, thank you for calling. And here's some ideas that will help you raise your credit score. Get those payments, the number of payments down below 10, and that doesn't count against you. There's a lot of things. I used to do mortgages, so a lot of things you can do to help a person, but they take time. And if you're in a tight market, then you don't want to tie your home up with somebody that cannot buy your home. Does that make sense? So you ask them. Did they run your credit and they verified your income? Well, no, I just told them what I did. And I'm an engineer. Well, how long have you been an engineer? I've been 1 year. Well, you need to be 2 years in the same profession. Now, if he said, I worked at an ice cream parlor for a year, and now I've worked at a McDonald's for a year, then that's better than the 1 year engineer. See, because it's in a labor group. And we're not talking about people. We're talking about the job. The job doesn't make the person. You know that. So the engineer may be a terrible person, but he can't buy your house. That hamburger flipper at McDonald's can if the income is there. Might be a manager, you don't know. So don't judge a book by its color or name. You want somebody to buy your home. You don't care, really. And we shouldn't care anyway, regardless of that. I got a son that's an engineer. I don't have one that flips burgers, but almost as bad. They sell real estate right there. And I wouldn't trade them. I mean, I don't show, hopefully, any favoritism toward them. So we shouldn't either. So difference between pre-qualification, they just ask them a few questions. So they ran your credit. No, they didn't. No, you've got to go further on that. You've got to say, well, why don't you call them back and get them to run the credit, and then we can go from there. Because what you do not want to do is waste your time showing a house, but more importantly, never sign a contract until you know that information, because it's going to tie your home up with a person that cannot buy your home, and you're going to miss possibly the person that can. That would be what we call a tragedy. Now, on the other one, if they've signed an agency agreement, it might be better to let the agent show the home. Why? Because there is a adversarial purpose, not contention, but your goal is sometimes diametrically opposed to the buyer's goal. They want to get the house as low as they can, and you want to get as much as you can. So sometimes because of that, it influences the way you act toward that person. And you can actually harm yourself by trying too hard. And so you can blame the realtor if you've got a kind of like in a divorce court. You can criticize the lawyer over there. Well, my lawyer told me to do this. And so it kind of keeps everything civil, you might say. So again, have you signed an agency agreement? Now, the only time this would really come into question to me is if you have a lower price home, say 100s or 200s, 1,000 price, then that 3% might make a big difference to you. And if it's an FHA loan, they can charge you up to 6% of the closing costs that can be used by the buyer to pay their cost and their agency fee. And normally if it's over 150 or so, it'll cover that. So if you're okay with that, then again, let it go. If you're not, then no, I don't want to, tie it up here. But that's probably not what you want to do. Let them look at it. Let them look at it. So if you get tired, then fill out a form here on this website, and I'll get you one of the best real estate salespeople in the country. Now, as a group, I don't know every real estate person in the country, but say you needed an operation and your brother or your sister or your daughter or your son had read a book one time about a kidney transplant. Well, you wouldn't let them transplant your kidney. Real estate's not that much complicated, but most new realtors don't sell any houses. Over 50% first year don't sell a single house. That's crazy. It's one of the most unsuccessful businesses. After 1 year, 90% of those that got their license are gone. So you can ask anybody, well, I used to be a realtor. Almost anybody you meet, because it sounds like an exotic, easy money-making job. It's extremely hard. It's extremely hard. And it's stressful. Closings, getting everything ready. So you may have sold 10 houses. If you have, congratulations. You are somebody special there. So, but if you get tired, and it may be the best thing for you to get that super agent on your side rather than your son, your daughter, your mother, your father. You can still love them. If they love you, they would want the best for you. Now, that sounds crazy, and they may think they know the best, but if they haven't done the job, that's the only proof there is. How many houses have you sold? Well, I've sold over 1,000 personally. If I was in the running, I'd say, how many has your son sold? Has he sold 1,000? Ask him, how many sold this year? None? Okay. Well, I understand. I love my children too. But if you want to be able to get your money here, and some of it might go to them in inheritance there in the future. If you want them to have it, then don't let them stop you from selling your house. It may sell anyway. Most of the time the agent doesn't sell it, but you can avoid like these things we're talking about. If you've got a good agent, they'll help you avoid pitfalls. They'll steal your time and your money. And that's the stuff. Time is the stuff life is made of, is what Benjamin Franklin said. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. And if you need help, fill out, unless you're in Mobile, Alabama, you can call me directly, but I doubt if you are. We're not a big city. then fill out that form. And we've got contacts with great realtors throughout the country. And all you have to do is talk to them. No obligation, of course. Thank you for watching this video.